What a WWE Monday Night Raw that was last night, guys. So today, this is going to be Matt's WWE Monday Night Raw review from last night's show. So here we go. We kick off WWE Monday Night Raw with the U.S. Champion Roman Reigns coming out for his match with the U.S. Championship title online for the handicap match. And then, of course, out comes Jericho. And, of course, they come out and then they start beating up Roman Reigns. Of course, and out comes Braun Strowman. And then he starts to beat up Roman Reigns with Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens. Then, of course, out comes Seth frickin' Rollins. And, of course, he comes out with a steel chair. Then, of course, he hits Jericho and Kevin Owens with the steel chair and Braun Strowman. Then, of course, Roman Reigns, he starts to hit with Seth Rollins, Braun Strowman on the back with the steel chair. So that was pretty good. Then, of course, out comes the Commissioner Stephanie McMahon that she said she is not going to tolerate this at the beginning of Monday Night Raw. And she said she will let Roman Reigns recuperate for his main event match tonight for the U.S. Champion in the handicap match. And then, of course, she says the match number one will be Braun Strowman versus Seth frickin' Rollins. So, here we go. Match number one, guys. This match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And of course, Seth Rollins, he did like a leap on the top turnbuckle and stuff like that. And then them two ended in a double count out because the both were counted out. And so then, of course, Seth Rollins back into the ring, of course. And then Braun Strowman grabs his steel chair. Then he hits it with the by the turnbuckle post, whatever, like a WWE Raw logo thing. Hey, 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 a noise like that. And then next, he tries to hit Seth Rollins with it, but it backfires. So that was pretty cool. So that was it for match number one. So now we have match number two of the night, and it is the WWE Cruiserweight Jack Gallagher versus Drew Gulak. That match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. I like how Jack Gallagher does that whatchamacallit, that backwards move on top of the move when he does it on the turnbuckle and stuff. So that match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. And after the match, he says about Avari Davari that they are gonna do something on 205 Live, which is tonight. They're gonna do something, he said, like something, and then all the fans were kept doing this, what, like that, what, to him like that, to Jack Gallagher. I was pretty laughing about that, guys. And now we have the good part now, the segment in the ring, and the return of HBK, Shawn Michaels, and then all the fans, he says, all the fans start saying this welcome back and stuff, and all the fans were saying, Shawn Michaels said he missed all the fans and stuff out there in New Orleans and stuff like that. And then he talks about his movie and stuff, and then of course out comes Rusev, Jinder Mahal with Lana, of course. And then of course Rusev says to Shawn Michaels to put his wife in the movie, and then of course Shawn Michaels says this back to him about having it's already done and it's edited and she can't be in it, which sounds pretty funny. Then he says, "I'm my wife in the movie. She's pretty and stuff. Add her in the movie." Rusev kept saying. So that was pretty funny. I was really enjoying it, guys. And then, of course, out comes Enzo Amore and Big Cass, and then they do their thing. And then, of course, Shawn Michaels and Big Cass help Enzo Amore in the ring, and that was pretty nice of them. And then, of course, they do their thing in the ring. What do we got over here? A couple of haters. A couple of haters. And then, of course, they do the Enzo Amore and Big Cass do the Big Cass says, "You want to fight me with Rusev?" Rusev says, "I want to fight you tonight with Rusev," but then he says, "You're gonna fight Jinder Mahal." And then of course, the next one, Big Cass says, "I'll fight Jinder Mahal." And then of course, that match is next. And then of course, before the match starts, they go like this with the SAWFT, soft, and you can't teach that. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? And stuff like that. And then of course Shawn Michaels does this. Then I have two words for you. Suck it! And that was pretty funny. I really enjoyed that part. And now here we go with match number 3 of the night. It is Big Cass versus Jinder Mahal when it came back on. And of course, that match was pretty good because Jinder Mahal was in the corner beating up Big Cass, of course. Then, of course, the referee starts to count. And then, of course, Shawn Michaels does the sweet chin music to Rusev outside of the ring. Then Big Cass does the 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 elbow drop onto Jinder Mahal to pick up the win. So that was a pretty good match. So now, what a way to end that match. And now we have match number 4 of the night. And it is Neville. Gravity never forgot. One half of the cruiserweight. Lance Dorado. And I don't really know these guys, but I know Neville. So Neville, that was a pretty good match. Neville makes Lance Sindor tap out and stuff like that, and of course that's what happened. So that match was pretty good. I really enjoyed it, guys. So now we have match number 5 of the night. It is the Raw Tag Team Champion Sheamus versus one of the club, Luke Gallows, and on commentary Cesaro and Carl Anderson. And of course, during the match, Sheamus almost got distracted, and of course, because Carl Anderson, he threw the headphones at Cesaro, and then Carl Anderson jumped onto Cesaro, and then Cesaro backfires from his move, and then on the stage, and then of course Cesaro does a swing move, of course, so that was pretty funny, and then of course Luke Gallows looks, and then of course, right after that, Sheamus goes for the bro kick on Luke Gallows for the win. So that was pretty good. So then they both celebrate, of course. Then Cesaro does this. Yeah! Boo to Sheamus. Yeah! I really enjoy that part of their celebration, guys. So that was pretty good. And now we have another segment in the ring of the night. And it is Mick Foley. And of course, he says to the Undertaker to come out and stuff like that. He says he needs him to come out because of all these rumors and stuff that was going on from last week about the Undertaker's return. And then of course the lights go out, and then of course it was Stephanie McMahon's music that hits. Sorry, I'm just gonna have it. Mick Foley was disappointed, and then she says, "The Raw, look at the crowd and stuff." She says to Mick Foley, with the Raw ratings and stuff. You plan good matches. You plan like a Shark Cage. You plan like a Hell in a Cell Women's for the first time. You did everything as you can, and then of course the Phenom comes out. The Undertaker. And of course, that was pretty good. He talks on the microphone and says, "I am back." And of course, he says there'll be 29 other superstars in that match, in the one-on-one match. And of course, he says this, "I am entering the Royal Rumble, and you all will rest in peace at the Royal Rumble. And no one, he said, is Stephanie McMahon and Mick Foley. So that was pretty good. And he said he's not in the Royal Rumble, so Undertaker's officially in the Royal Rumble. So that was pretty awesome. I was like shocked and stuff like that. So now we have match number 6 of the night. It is the Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair with Nia Jax versus Sasha Banks and Bayley. That match was pretty good, but Bayley and Sasha Banks lost because Nia Jax, all she just did was leg drop on Bayley for the 3 count, and that was it for the match. And now we have another segment in the ring when it came back on. It was the New Day. Of course, Kofi Kingston, Royds, and Big E, the former Raw Tag Team Champions. And then, of course, they start talking on the microphone to Titus O'Neil about joining and stuff like that. And then, of course, they tell him, how about you do the kid carrying thing again like you did in NXT in 2010? Let's put 12.7 on the clock. So then, of course, right after that, he starts going around the thing with the referee, but then they did a replay and stuff like that, and then he failed. So then he said he's gonna have a match with Kofi Kingston. So then during the match, Kofi Kingston, he threw Kofi Kingston out of the ring, and then of course Kofi Kingston started to run around the ring, and then of course Chase Titus O'Neil, and then Kofi Kingston pinned him, of course. So that was a pretty good match. So now we have the main event, and that match was the match number 7. That was, guys, by the way. So now we have the main event, and it's the match number 8 of the night. The main event: Jericho tag team up together for the United States belt in a handicap match against Roman Reigns. So this was pretty shocking. I was shocked, guys. This was pretty shocking. This was a pretty good match. First, before the bell didn't ring at all, guys, during the match didn't happen yet, but then, of course, Cesaro and Shane, and then, sorry about that, guys. I said, Roman Reigns goes right after Kevin Owens, and then he tries to rock Chris Jericho out of into the shark cage, and then it backfired, and then, of course, they just beat up Roman Reigns terribly, and then of course Kevin Owens power bombs him onto the apron, and then of course they throw him back into the ring, and then of course Y2J does the code breaker, and then he goes for the 1, 2, 3, and we have a new United States champion, and it is Y2J, Chris Jericho. Then they celebrate the Universal Champion Kevin Owens and Chris Jericho. What a way to end Monday Night Raw. And I was shocked like this. What a way to end Monday Night Raw, guys. That was a good Monday Night Raw. So, guys, once again, please like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe. And I hope you all enjoy my WWE Monday Night Raw review from last night's show. Peace out, guys. See ya, and enjoy WWE SmackDown Live tonight. See ya.